NYPD is going through a mass exodus of officers leaving the force just as the city is in the middle of a violent crime wave.
All right, and that includes dozens of detectives. Last month alone, Teresa Priolo has more on why they're saying enough's enough. Teresa.
Stephen Lloyd, looking at the numbers, almost as many cops have resigned in the first half of 2022 than in all of 2020. This mass exodus, the result of an aging police force, but also the result of certain laws like bail reform, mixed with what some officers perceive to be an anti-police climate.
The search is on for the next generation of New York's finest, now that veteran cops are resigning or retiring en masse. 100 detectives retired in June alone. Another 75 are expected to turn in their badges in July. Paul DiGiacomo is president of the Detectives Endowment Association.
It's very disturbing. When you're losing this amount of detectives, it's going to be a drastic effect on public safety.
Not just detectives. It's NYPD members of every rank. In 2020, 553 cops resigned, 2,599 retired. In 2021, 1,053 resigned, 1,654 retired. And for the first half of 2022, 497 have resigned already, 594 have retired. Michael Alcazar is a retired NYPD detective who spent 39 years on the job.
My friends are showing up to jobs, responding to a job to handle an assignment, and they're getting flack from the community. The community, what they feel like the community doesn't appreciate them, doesn't want them there, and they can't do their job.
There can be no denying a marked shift in sentiment toward uniformed officers throughout the pandemic. But then there's bail reform and a change in the way the DAs are handling cases. Detective Alcazar points out the officers up for retirement are also a part of a very large class.
When older guys are like my age, staying till like 30, and then they're throwing them back on patrol, it's probably not good for your health for most guys. We can't handle patrol. We're old men in our 50s. We can't go back on patrol. So age absolutely comes into the formula.
The problem is not only are officers retiring, new prospects aren't signing up in equal numbers.
I have students that are aspiring to be police officers. They were supposed to go in this last April class. They turned it down.
In response to this mass exodus, Mayor Adams says he's not worried about the change. He says it is a great opportunity to diversify the department.
The new best way to make money online that nobody's talking about
So,
is something you've never heard of before.
A lot of NYPD officers is retiring. They saying it feels like the community don't love them and don't trust them and they can't do their job. The reason why they can't do their job because they need the community to cooperate. They need people to snitch, they need people to tell, they need people to give up each other and betray each other and stuff like that. If we not giving each other up or betraying each other, they really can't capitalize. A lot of cops don't do good jobs in solving crime. They don't do it on their own. They need the people to cooperate with them and tell and snitch and point stuff out, and then they just get the credit. Police get the credit. They never was good at doing their job. They rely on informants and stuff like that. The same thing with slavery. The slave master ain't good at catching the slaves. He used slaves to catch slaves, or he used people from rivalry tribes that betrayed their own people of the same ethnicity or color or whatever, stuff like that. They need outside influence to help them. They can't do it on their own. So a lot of these cops, is retiring, right? That's one. Second, they also retiring because they know there's a lot of things changing. It's about to get dark for New York City. You know what I'm saying? It's about to get dark for America. Laws is changing. Imperialism, all type of stuff is coming into effect. You know what I'm saying? Communism, dictatorship, and stuff like that. This ain't anti-government rhetoric. This is just stuff that's happening. You know what I'm saying? It's stuff that's happening, and it's crazy. I want to show y'all one more thing. I can't find it on the computer, so I got to go on my phone. I was looking for this thing that Lisa Evers posted up. But yeah, a lot of cops is retiring, and it's gonna be bad for all the scaredy cats in the city, and I understand, the elderly and all that need protection, but dudes gotta do dudes got to start dealing with street justice and vigilante justice and stuff like that. You know, it's just crazy. But let me find this for y'all real quick. Because I want to get into something deeper. It's bigger than the cops retiring and stuff like that. Check this out.
So this is video of the NYPD Special Ops Unit using thermal imaging technology. The video is from the NYPD Aviation Department helicopter over the Bronx as police are searching for an armed robbery suspect. There he is, that black mark that you see in the center of the screen there, hiding in some bushes. Now everything else looks pale because this is thermal imaging equipment. Now you start to see the officers make their way towards him as they find him. You see one with his outstretched arm. Looks like he has a weapon outdrawn. The suspect is there. They surround the suspect and also have officers arriving on the scene at that location in the Bronx from the 4-1 precinct. They take this armed robbery suspect into custody. And this video is courtesy of the First Deputy Commissioner of NYPD, Caban, but it gives you an idea of the kind of technology that they'll be using to try to get this gun problem that is plaguing New York City, taking so many lives and causing so many unfortunate incidents like these armed robberies. This is some of the technology that will be used increasingly to try to get the gun epidemic under control in New York City.
Okay, so
this is...
they're using thermal imaging, right? So y'all see it. They spotted the nigga in the bushes, right? They're using drones that could see through buildings, that could see through walls and stuff like that. So now it's still a form of invasion of privacy, but now they doing it without even invading your house and stuff. They're not gonna have to invade your house and things like that. Drones gonna be flying over niggas' buildings and all that. Niggas gonna be asleep. Dudes gonna be knocked out asleep, and drones will fly over your building, and they might spot something in your house through the thermal imaging. They might spot a hammer or whatever. They running in your crib while you sleep and waking you up and arresting you. And you're going to think somebody told on you. But nobody didn't tell on you. You know what I'm saying? You know, you in the crib and you got that situation in your crib, right? That's why I never keep nothing in my house that's endangering, right? Because not only will neighbors tell nosy neighbors, the government is diminishing our liberties. They confiscating our rights bit by bit by bit, especially in New York City, right? And then, you know, they always piggyback off of a crime. So these young drill dudes are shooting, oh, crime is bad. This and this and that, this and this and that, right? We need to stop it. So now they're using these drones. They been had the drones. They just needed a reason to bring them out. Out of chaos comes order, right? During the crack era, they was giving black people more time for crack and giving white people less time for coke, right? They always setting us up. They always trying to lock us up and enslave us. They never wanted to free us from jump. They didn't want to free us. They don't want us free. They don't want us free. They made most of these companies got rich off of slavery. They became billionaires. That's why they still got the wealth now. They don't want us to be free. They bitter, you know what I'm saying? These people want to control our thoughts. They want to control our emotions, the way we think and everything. That's why Elon Musk trying to incorporate putting microchips in your brain and all that. They want to control every ounce of our freedom. We dealing with bitter, evil people, and they never want to relinquish power. They know they played foul ball hundreds of years ago, their ancestors, with the rape and shit like that. They scared. White people, the government, because they rule the world. There's black people down with them. There's people of all ethnicities down with them. But the government, the white supremacists, the people who rule the world, they never want to lose power. They don't want their families raped and go through everything black people went through, tarred and feathered, and pregnant women and their family getting babies cut out of them. They don't want to be hung or whatever. They can't never take as much pain that they dished out to us. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of what makes a good fighter and a warrior. Anybody can dish it out. Can you take the pain? The government can't take the pain. They can't dish nothing out. That's why they were scared of Japan when Japan bombed them and Pearl Harbor. Then they did the Hiroshima shit. They didn't want to fight Japan, so they dropped a whole nuke bomb on them. You know what I'm saying? And Vietnam defeated America. Somalia defeated America during Black Hawk Down. Afghanistan just defeated America. That's why they left like $68 million worth of weapons and helicopters and all that. And then Cuba beat America during the Bay of Pigs. America been defeated 4 times on land. They land game is garbage. You know what I'm saying? They want to oppress everybody. They was mad at Gaddafi because he got his own oil and gold. He had $70 trillion worth of gold. Gaddafi was worth $200 billion before he died. So the year he died, he was the richest man in the world. They didn't tell you that. They want you to think Warren Buffett, Elon Musk, Bill Gates. No, it was Gaddafi, a black man from Africa, the man from Libya that wanted to liberate the whole Africa and unite us. They don't never want black people to get in strong. They don't want us to get intelligent or nothing. And they're going to use black people against us, other black people like Mayor Adams, in disguise, Barack Obama type of people. They gonna act like they trying to help us and they for us, but they really against us. These niggas is Trojan horses. They enemies in disguise. And the worst enemy is the one that come amongst you as a friend or a family member and they look like you. You know what I'm saying? And then Biden already told us in the future that the Latinos is gonna be the majority in America. You know, this is why they got these this is why they don't want no abortions and stuff like that, because they need more white people to breed, right? So say they never work out and they never do get to breed enough. They're already starting to infiltrate the Latino community. Not the Afro-Latinos, because same way black people got Uncle Toms, the Latino community got Uncle Toms. You got Spanish people that want to be white. A lot of them look white, green eyes, blue eyes, the straight hair and all that, and they want to be white. And the white people are going to infiltrate through them, breed. White men going to be breeding Latino women, white Latino-looking women, and they going to infiltrate. And a lot of Latinos, Spaniards, Spanish people, they think they white anyway. You know what I'm saying? And then what's funny is the real Latins died hundreds of years ago. There is no real Latins. So the Hispanics ain't Latin and they're not Spanish because they not from Spain. They not Spaniard. But the government know all this divide and conquer shit, and it's getting crunch time, people. They're going to be looking in niggas' houses and everything without people permission. Invasion of privacy. This is a communist society. Everything they bash China for, they doing. China already been doing it. China like 15, 20 years ahead of us. America's following in China's footsteps in regards to oppressing the people, suppressing the people, invading privacy, things that can listen to you while you talk and all that. And it's going to be a dystopian future. It's going to be a dark dystopian future. I'm telling y'all. Now Mayor Adams want to make all the NYCHA, the projects, he want to make all them shits under private companies. Once they're under private companies, that private companies is not obligated to you. They can do whatever they want with their property. They can evict everybody who got FEPS, Section 8, all them subsidized rent programs. They can get rid of you because they're private. It's my property now. It's no longer the city property. The government in the city is tired of taking care of people. Why would they want to take care of the same people that they want to re-enslave and suppress? Why would they want to take care of the people who they know eventually want to rise up against them and fight against them? Y'all gotta pay attention, people. It's gonna be a dark future, and train hard, fight easy. Movement is medicine, intelligence is imperial. And I'm gonna tell you one last thing. Say if it wasn't no crime, say if none of these drill dudes were shooting, right? Because for the lockdown, it wasn't no crime for lockdown. They lost a lot of money. They live off of crime. They need us to be in their prisons to fund these farm towns upstate and all that. Now, say if no black people commit no crimes in America, right? They're going to invent crimes. Oh, you blink too much. Oh, you sneezed in public. Oh, that's why they enforcing spitting on the concrete. Your music is a little too loud. Stuff like that. They drugging y'all up. They made weed legal. Now y'all smoking weed thinking, oh, it's more liberties. The weed making y'all lazy. They sedating y'all. They rocking y'all to sleep. Y'all about to get conquered. They conquering y'all inch by inch by inch, minute by minute by minute, day by day by day. The gods don't mingle with the mortals. Kings don't eat with the peasants. Stay up like a cup. I holler back on my collar crack. I'm oxygen. Una.